Fallout 4.
Fallout 4. Oh my god.
Subline, Gaspachis for days. You piece of human garbage. Okay, so speaking of human garbage, Fallout 4.
That's not true. You take that back.
Yay! Alright. Let me start off in prayer for our Lord and Savior,
Bethesda.
Fallout 4. Thank you, Bethesda.
Oh, holy Bethesda.
Lord and Savior. We are not worthy of your treasures, so we pay $60 to, enjoy them.
Take us through these dark video game times and show us your light.
To thank Bethesda, and not only Bethesda, but also Fallout 4.
I bequeath to thee a dead cat. I did not sacrifice it, I just found it in my yard.
A dead cat and scrapping an entire building in 2 seconds. Fallout 4.
The fuck? Anyways, fucking welcome. I think we should all start off this Fallout 4 podcast.
Fallout 4 cast, if you will.
Oh my god, fuck you. Jesus Christ, I should have fired you.
If I fire you
I think we
first?
should all start off by saying how many hours we have in Fallout 4. Okay. I am currently 28 hours.
Jesus fucking
This is November 22nd. Alex, how many hours?
I think I have, 9? 8.5 or 9, I think.
Alright, that's not bad. And fact.
I didn't buy the game
yet. Say it!
So 0, because I'm poor. I'll get it eventually, though.
I would have
watched
11, but I got stuck in a quest that I couldn't finish and had to revert back to a save an hour and a half back.
Oh my god, what the fuck was what quest?
It was the have you done the tower quest yet? The super mutant tower?
Maybe? I've walked into several super mutant towers.
It's next. It's the one with the radio signal. It's next to Diamond City. It's got the elevators.
Yeah, no, I've been through that. I guess I haven't gotten the quest for it yet, but I've seen that radio frequency. Yeah. I've wandered in there and killed stray super mutants.
Yeah, well, you have to just fight your way up the tower, and I got to the very top thing, and on my 30th try, I realized that I'm just not strong enough to kill the final boss, quote unquote, of it. It's just a super mutant with a ton of armor and a Gatling gun, and I'm not equipped to deal with that. And so, but it's this kind of quest that locks you in, because as you go up, each elevator breaks, so you can't go back down.
Oh god, really?
Yeah, and I was like, why?
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Why?
I like that.
No, I
fucking like that. Alright, we should also go through a couple of other things. Feck, since you're a dirty peasant, you can just pretend or tell us what you're going to do. Alex, what difficulty are you playing on?
Ooh, normal, I think.
Normal. I'm playing on hard. Feck, will you be playing on normal? Or hard? Or very hard?
Well, yeah.
Or survival?
Yeah, I'll probably start out on
are there
normal.
5? I would just pick the middle
There's
one.
a lot.
So if there's 5...
very easy, normal, hard, very hard, survival.
Oh, then I picked hard. I picked the middle one then.
I'm curious,
though. The middle one is normal.
Okay, so for starting out the game, is it easier to start out the game than Fallout 3 or New Vegas? Or, what would you rate it?
What do you mean by easier?
As the
intro,
to get into it. Because I remember with New Vegas, I kind of ignored that first town you wind up in, and that made it significantly...
Oh, that's the tutorial? Yeah.
Yeah, that made it significantly harder for me. Well, I didn't know. I was just
this
fuck
game
these
is
guys.
very... the beginning is really compelling, and then, you're very quickly funneled and directed into things that are, exciting enough to do, but not so boring as to just, now you're here,
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, I think it's very, it's akin to the Fallout 3 intro.
Right,
not in, themes or anything like that, but, the way it teaches you how to kind of do things.
Yeah.
It's very Fallout 3-ish.
No, yeah, and sure, we'll get into this now. I mentioned earlier that I like it more than Skyrim, even though I've probably sunk 30-something hours into Skyrim, maybe 40, and I'm not nearly as far into it, but I just find it a lot more accessible than Skyrim.
What way?
I think Skyrim kind of... Skyrim's pretty easy, though. That was, out of all the people I've talked to, the biggest complaint about Skyrim is that it's too accessible. Which is weird I hear you say that.
I don't mean
easy to bland. God, so,
I don't mean difficulty-wise. I just mean, getting into the crafting. Like I always found the Skyrim crafting very confusing.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
true.
I always felt like I was missing out on something in the game.
Well, such a big thing with Fallout 4 compared to other Bethesda games is the creative side, right?
Yeah,
and so it needs to be accessible, or else people would be missing out on a massive part of it.
Yeah.
So
and
you
I
guys
was
are talking about like
confused.
the building, like the stuff that I saw in the trailers.
The building and the
Yeah,
more
that's
so the
what I meant, the
customization.
guns.
Yeah, dude, I love the customization.
Yeah, no, me too.
That's
I
my
adore it.
shit.
It's nice because it's like there's different like levels of it. So like depending on what you've unlocked in your perk tree and whatever, like there's like low level upgrades that you could just basically give to any gun you have. Like even if you don't have enough stuff or enough experience to like make your gun amazing, you can go into the crafting bench and give it like a new muzzle that'll maybe make it quieter,
or something.
or like give it like and like a lot of the lower ones are pretty cheap too. So like I just like went through and used like all 6 main guns that I use on a regular basis, just like improved them all in some way.
So is like are the perks more like the skills tree in Skyrim now, as opposed to
no, it's basically the same way that Fallout used to be, but now it's on like a sheet basically. So instead of just being a giant list, it's literally the same thing. You still have to meet level requirements and skill requirements for certain things, but now it's displayed much nicer.
Yeah, so it's just a better visual, I guess. Yeah.
But the ranking system's completely different.
The what?
Which kind of changes. The ranking system is completely different. So, like, basically, the way Fallout used to be is you start out with all of your specials at 5, right?
Yeah.
And then you have 5 extra points to allocate as you want.
Yeah.
And so, the older Fallouts were set up that way. The new Fallout, your special starts out at 0, and it gives you 21 points, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so you start out with... Yeah, well, no, you could do that on the old Fallout too. Well, you could ignore something if you wanted.
Oh, yeah, you could take away, right?
It's basically taking away resources at first, right? But what it's doing is now when you rank up, instead of just being able to get a perk when you rank up, you can also increase one of your specials. Yeah. Now there used to be a perk to do that in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but now I think it's an unlimited ranking system. Don't quote me on that, please.
Yeah. Well, also, like, I don't know if this was a thing in the old one, but also the perks themselves have rankings.
Yeah, no, that was a thing in the old one.
Was, yeah.
Yeah. Only but now it's just, there's more of a focus.
Right? I don't know.
No, all perks had some sort of requirement. You just probably didn't notice it. Because it wasn't necessarily in your face.
Not just requirements. I mean, like once you have a perk, there's, like, perk level 2 of that thing.
Yeah,
you can keep pouring points in the
I think the older perks didn't have that as much, but some did.
Yeah, some did.
Yeah, but you're right.
I really like the perk sheet. Like it's really customizable, and like I feel like it lends itself well to like crafting like your character.
It's so much more. It's easier to use than the old system. The old system was literally a fucking list. Yeah. That every time you ranked up, you had to sift through it like a million times.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so much nicer.
Yeah, and also just like so like the crafting system's nice. The building system I feel like is a little weird.
It's clunky, but I mean, clunky. Yeah. You can almost get nothing flush, which really bothers me. Yeah, because I feel like that would. It's easier to make the system they did than to make one that was really good. But like, I get it. The game's so in depth that I can look past that. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I can't get bothered by it. It's not like a Forge system, right? It's not something to get it right. It's something to get it done.
Yeah, and also like. I'm also weirded out by like the scrapping thing. The fact that you can scrap like huge objects in that little green zone and then just can't the rest of the time is a little weird. I feel like I just feel like
I think it works.
It works, but when I did it, it just felt weird because I was like, in the middle of the store and whatever, and then like suddenly I like press a button and an entire house disappears and like 30 steel scrap is added to my inventory, and I'm like, that was strange. Like it felt a little out of place at first.
I'm not really bothered by that. It's just a game mechanic.
At this point, it doesn't bother me anymore. It just kind of like took me aback. At first, I was like, I just detonated that entire house with the press of a button. It's just gone. I'm a god.
Yeah. No, I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot different than Fallout 3 in,
like it more,
in so many good ways.
Yeah?
Yeah.
More? Oh, I hate that word when you compare two,
I'm sorry.
Two games in the same saga.
No, sorry.
Yeah, people do want to know.
Our audience demands it, Ethan.
Yeah, I say yes.
Yeah, no, this is probably my favorite Bethesda game that I played. I haven't played that many besides Skyrim, and I only got a little bit into New Vegas, so it's not saying a whole lot.
Have you played Morrowind?
No.
So
yeah, that's not really saying much, but it's well, and you two know that like I don't play a lot of video games just in general, really. Like I don't. I find it difficult to get immersed in them, and I just get bored a lot of the time.
You don't like AAA games.
Yeah. Well, and also even a lot of indie games I play for like an hour, and I'm like, and it just doesn't suck me in.
You said you were into that one fucking dungeon game for a while.
What game? Oh yeah, no, but then there's exceptions like this game and fucking Rogue Legacy.
Yeah,
is the one you're talking about. Yeah. And they just like they really get me. But unless a game really gets me, I find it very difficult to like play through it.
Snob.
Yeah,
I found this game.
Snob. What you found it? What?
I found this game incredibly easy to pick up.
Me too. No, me too.
And just like fucking sink my time. I've been proactively replacing hours of sleep with Fallout 4 these last couple weeks, and I find myself just as awake every morning.
Let's not pretend that that's anything new for you, though.
Facts.
Oh, whatever, punk ass
bitch.
It's a world better than fucking Destiny. If that means anything.
If that's like a statement that's not just like, we breathe air, the sky is blue, Fallout 4 is better than Destiny. Like, I'm not even sure it's a statement that has to be made. It's so self-evident.
I know.
We're gonna get a bunch of fanboys mad at us now, but like, whatever.
I guess, Alex, you told me you had some fucking critiques of my beautiful baby. Well, and that's fine, but I want to hear them. I want to hear them and actively suppress them, but not only just suppress them, but combat them, right?
Okay.
So
I'll make sure to edit all of your counter arguments out later. So that it
just replace them with fart noises.
Or no, just like find like a clip of you somewhere in here just going like, yeah. And just like have like, every time I make a point, just Ethan going,
JPEG.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, well, so every open world game kind of has this problem, but you can design your story in a way that at least like addresses it or kind of skirts it or makes it less obvious, right? But in this game, the main driving story is that someone in front of your eyes shoots your husband in the face. I play as a girl, so in my case, husband. Shoots your husband in the face and kidnaps your baby. Your tiny...
we don't know that, though.
Tiny defenseless baby. And as you're, like, trapped and watching this horrible thing happen, and then you re-wake up from cryogenesis, maybe, like, a day, hours later. It's not exactly clear how much later, but later. And so, like, that's a pretty strong driving force. So far in my 9 hours, have barely made it to Diamond City. Like, just because I'm only doing fucking side quests, really. And,
yeah, exactly.
And so every time I sit back and think...
That's the great thing about Fallout, you don't have to.
No, I know, but every time I do those main sideless mission things, she's like, I'm just searching for my baby. And I'm like, oh yeah, I am searching for a baby. And also, not only am I searching for a baby, I'm searching for a baby while there's constant rumors around me of some shady organization that kidnaps people and does terrible things to them. And then I'm off fucking, like, liberating a car hop over here or whatever.
But see, that's just that's the power of freedom that the game gives you.
Yeah, you can say fuck you, baby.
That's a critique that it's a critique about yourself that says you don't have the passion, like Alex Moore does not have the fucking passion to find this baby, not your character.
No, well, it just takes me, because it's a fucking game and I want to play the game, and then it takes me out when my character is like all concerned and I'm like, no. Clearly not, because we don't give a shit, because we're over here doing this fucking bullshit. Like, and also just like there's like a little things like I definitely like this game is like a 9.5 out of 10 for me, but like so these are like, you know, nitpicks, but it's just like little things like that like are kind of unavoidable when you're having an open world game, but still take me out of it to an extent.
Same
thing with like the companions.
Recording, even Arkham City like had this problem, and Arkham City was a much more narrow.
Yes, no doubt.
Story.
Well, and like the companions, like I got the like reporter companion who I love. She's fucking great. And then like I just like happened to like talk with her and kind of go down like the wrong dialogue tree that they clearly hadn't like planned on me to go down this early, because it was when I had just got her. And like I just got her as my companion. I'd known her as a character for like 10 minutes. We go back to like our main sanctuary town. You know the one, Ethan.
Mm-hmm. Is it called Sanctuary?
It is called Sanctuary. And I fucking accidentally picked the dialogue tree of like relationship. And she's like, hey, how are we doing? And the girl is just like, you know, I feel like we could be doing more to help the residents of the wasteland. And I'm like, bitch, I've known you for 5 minutes. I've known this girl for 5 minutes, and we're talking like about like our deep relationship status. And I was like, this doesn't make it. It makes no sense. And it pulls me out.
Am I right?
And it's unavoidable. But
yeah,
it still takes me out.
Probably one of my biggest critiques is you kind of just touched on it. If there's anything that I prefer in the older Fallout games than the current one, is they've switched to the 4-button dialogue scheme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I've never understood. Yeah, I never understood why games do that, because it's just like literally there has to be at least one time when you need 5 things of dialogue, right? Like you can't be in a fucking decision board and be like, no, there will never be more than 5 things to say ever. Like. Well, also they do it for convenience.
Yeah,
obviously.
And also since it usually boils down to the 4 options being yes, no, be a dick, ask for more information.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true, yeah.
I mean, I get why they did it, because it is efficient, but like I prefer the old dialogue way.
Well, also,
much more.
The other thing for the old dialogue is that you could see your full options, or at least the first sentence.
Yes,
and so sometimes you will pick a thing and you will be surprised by the consequences of it. Like
and that's the worst.
Yeah, it'll be like ask for more, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I do want to know more, and click ask for more, and my character will be like, yo, fucking bitch, fuck you, fuck your family, tell me more about this shit, and the guy's all offended, and I was like, I didn't mean for this to be like in a combative situation, and it just suddenly became one, you know, like
that's just gonna
like I unwittingly pick the be a bitch option like all the time, like constantly by accident.
I had that
and it also throws me off a little bit, because you kind of get in the mode where like I play on Xbox, so this is only Xbox only. Like A is be the nice guy, X is be sarcastic, Y is ask for more, B is like I think it's usually be a dick. I don't ever press B, but like you get in that rhythm, right? And then every once in a while you'll press A and just be like, yo, fuck you, and you're like, whoa, hold on.
No, I play on PC with an Xbox controller, so yeah, same thing here.
Yeah, you kind of get in that rhythm, and then it's thrown off every once in a while. Because, like, I'll see something, and it'll be, like, comment on their hair, and it's like, well, it's in the fucking be a dick slot, but I do want to comment on their beautiful hair. But, like, I don't know what's going to go on. It's like a fucking minefield sometimes.
It's in the be a dick slot. Yeah, no, same here. Or, like, yeah, I'll accidentally do things, like, all the time. Especially since, like, right now I'm trying to, like... I do like the companion system, and I do like the way that like what you do real time affects how the companions think about you. Mm-hmm. But the negative part of that is like exactly this. Like we were talking to one of my companion's friends, and it was like ask about money, and I was like, okay, I guess I will. And my character was just like, yo, you're gonna pay me for this or what?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I ran into
that. I ran into that. Like I walked up to a dude, and I pressed A to talk to him. Before he had even said anything, and my character walks up to this guy, never talked before, he's like, hand him over your caps. He's like, alright, he just hands me money and walks away. And I tried to go back to talk to him, because he has a name, so clearly he's like a main character of sorts. And the dude won't talk to me because I just fucking robbed him, so I don't blame him. But I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What was the options? What was the conversation?
Yeah,
like,
no, exactly.
I'll never know.
And yeah, Mike, and the little pop-up thing happened that was just like, she'll remember that, and she didn't like it. And I was like, I'm intentionally trying to go out of my way to make sure that she's like...
Oh, yeah. You just touched on something. Like, so Fallout, I mean, Bethesda games have kind of like gone back and forth on like how much of a character your companions are. Yeah. And in some games, they'll murder babies for you. Like, they don't give a shit. They're drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, those companions will go to hell and back for you. Oh, yeah. No, they'll do it, buddy. They'll fucking do it. But,
they'll Holocaust joke for you. Don't think they won't.
Oh, my God. Yeah, they'll do it. They'll pull the trigger. This game is definitely on the side of, they want your companions to be characters,
which I like.
Just fine, which is cool, yeah. But then every once in a while, you'll be like, I think I want fucking sugar bombs today, and it's like Piper heavily disliked that, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I like it, and I know this is weird, but I wish there was a chart, right? Where I could just open up the chart and be like, okay, what the fuck do you hate? Okay, you hate sugar bombs. Alright, duly noted, no more sugar bombs from here on out.
But I also like that it gives them some character, because Piper is the one that I really like, who I think I'm just going to keep her for the rest of the game. But like, because like there was one point where I'm like unlocking, like picking a door. I'm unlocking a door with like the bobby pins, you know, and I like did it like really fast and like well, and it was like Piper liked that, and like it's really cool because it gives her like a character, you know, because she's like kind of like spunky and like rebellious. So the fact that you just like unlock the door like a pro, she's like cool, you know, like
it also gives your actions weight as well, because you feel like you're being judged, and therefore your gaming experience is different by that, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But there's always the consequences, right? I walked in. This actually, it's like two critiques at once. I walked into a door and I meant to. Oh no! I was walking through a building and I meant to press the X button to like open up a box, but another character got in the way and had already started talking to me. So I hit the X option, which was like something that provoked her to fight me. And so I walk up. She's like, hey, what's going on? And I fucking, like, give me your money. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. She pulls out her gun. I mow her down because I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but you got a gun. I mow her down, and then Piper disliked that. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, this is not what I wanted.
Fuck you, Piper.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
You don't like sucking my dick either. Though I do like, what's my... There's just so many like little funny things in this game that just like make it so charming that make me overlook any problem.
Oh, for sure.
My fucking main weapon right now that I got from the quest with the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm sure you have it, Ethan. It's the fucking...
I do not. I skipped over the Brotherhood of Steel stuff.
Even the beginning one? Okay, well, it's called the... Oh, fuck. It's like Righteous Justice or something like that. Like, I got it for completing a quest. Like, I did it, and he's like, here, have this gun. And it's just because, like, the character that I got it from is such like a stick in the mud. And he's like, it was great because he's like exactly the kind of character who would name his like modded out gun Righteous Justice. And so like it's my best weapon right now too. So I just like go around fucking plowing people down with Righteous Justice, and it's amazing. It's just amazing that like the gun came pre-named, pre-modded with that. Like it's got perks on it. Like it's just cool that I just like did this quest just kind of to do.
Probably. Yeah, and probably like 75% of my time in this game is naming my firearms. Just sitting there and thinking of fucking names. Yeah. Like automatic shotgun. Like 5 hours later, I'm like, I think I'll call it the Peacekeeper. There we go. I love it. Yeah. I love the creative system. Like, it's probably my favorite part because that's one of the biggest problems with, like, I remember Fallout especially. You get your home. Wait, who's played Fallout here?
Like the original Fallout?
Fallout 3, yeah, right. Fallout 3.
Yeah, I've played Fallout 3.
Like literally an hour of it, so like not
Okay,
really.
So maybe this only really applies to Feck. Okay. But like, when you complete a bunch of quests in Megaton, which is like the first town you visit, you get your own home, and that's really sweet, and you go inside your home and you
unless you do the other mission.
Where you blow up? Yeah. Where you blow up the town, Feck? Did you blow up the town?
No, actually I didn't.
Okay, good for you. Fuck you, fag. I hate you guys. Anyways, you get your house and it's nice because you get a place to store all your shit. Yeah. But what happens is let's say we're out in the waste, right? Roaming around, shooting bitches, collecting money. You know, just your average Sunday. Yeah. And you want to go store some shit at your house. This is what you have to do. You have to fast travel to Megaton, sit through a loading screen. You then have to walk into Megaton. You have to sit through a loading screen. You have to walk up to your house, and then you have to sit through a loading screen. Yeah. You then are in your house, you store your stuff, and now you want to go back outside, so you go outside. You sit through a loading screen, you go out into Megaton. You have to walk out of Megaton, go through a loading screen, you then have to find out where you're going to go, and you're going to go through a fucking loading screen. That's the issue with fucking Fallout 3 homes. The nice thing about Fallout 4 is you just fast travel to your home, you walk in, you store your shit.
Yeah, that's nice.
It is so much quicker. And it doesn't sound like a lot. Well, I probably made it sound like a lot. But
you couldn't
holy shit.
You couldn't even do that in Skyrim. You had to go through the cities first.
Yeah, it's so much better.
I hadn't thought about that,
infinitely fucking better.
In fact, besides,
and so
at least for me, besides the Diamond City, I don't think that I've encountered like a city that I needed a loading screen to get into.
Nope. You really only have to go into loading screens when the cities are like fortified or whatever, like that.
Yeah, or just buildings in general.
Yeah, if you can walk all the way through Boston without a fucking loading screen. You can go south. You can go from South Boston to like Concord, no loading screens.
Yeah. Also, we should talk about getting the power armor that early in the game, and what it.
Okay, yeah.
I heard about this from my friend.
It's actually the first mission in the game. Yeah. If you like do it in order, like the first mission you get is like power armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the deal, though. Do you have to walk through Concord? Everyone I've talked to has walked through Concord, but it's like that one thing. Like Sean Strobel. Hopefully, he's listening to this. Sean Strobel didn't find Megaton because he just didn't give a shit. He's just like, okay, I'm gonna go. I have a gun. I'm gonna go shoot some people. And he just didn't give a shit about Megaton. Is Concord the same thing?
No, it's your robot guy tells you to go to it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can if you don't go back to the main city and don't talk to the robot, then you won't. But like that's the first you leave the vault, you see your main city down there that's destroyed. The first thing you do is go back to your house, like naturally as a player.
Oh, and he mentions Concord.
And then he tells you,
never mind.
Like no matter what dialogue tree you go through, he mentions Concord. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, my thing is, I don't really care because you find the fusion armor, Matt. You're gonna learn some new shit right here. So get your pen and your pencil out, right? And then get a piece of paper out, you fucking idiot, because you just got a pen and a pen. You fucking idiot. Anyways, you get power armor really quickly in the game, but you need what are they called? Fusion batteries?
Fusion cores.
Fusion cores. Thank you. To power the suit. Yeah. If you don't have them, it's basically useless.
Yeah, I've only found.
So I think it's fine.
Yeah, no, I
think it's fine.
They start you with one. I've only found one other one so far.
I've found 24.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, how many hours?
So
in are you?
28.
Yeah.
I'm 9. I feel like I should have found more than one.
I don't. Oh
wait, no, just kidding. I have 2.
I swear to God,
I have 2, but still.
Oh my God.
I found 2.
I swear to God, I don't remember finding 22 of those because the power armor really just sat in my garage. I'm like, I'll need this one day.
Yeah.
And then I come back, I'm like, do I even have batteries for this shit? And I have 20 fucking 5. I'm like, alright, I guess I'm gonna use this now.
Yeah. I also it's a savvy thing, but it's just a nice perk for people who hardcore people who look through the menu. Right off the bat, if you do join the Minutemen, if that is a thing that happens, which is really hard to not do at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, seriously.
You can immediately paint your power armor with the Minutemen paint, and for free. It doesn't even cost anything. And if you do it to every piece of armor, it instantly raises your charisma 15% while you're wearing the power armor. For free.
Which is pretty cool.
For free. For literally nothing. And I just think it's a nice touch. Hey, you look through the menu system? Sure. Have a free 15% charisma when you're in power armor. Because that makes sense. I feel like if someone walked up to me in power armor, to be okay, I respect this person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I really like the power armor system. Power armor and in the other Fallouts, I never really gave a shit because my power armor was fucking stim packs. It was an endless supply of stim packs. Yeah, I didn't need any fucking armor, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Also, sorry, continue.
I was kind of tempted to use the power armor and go back to that one quest I couldn't complete and just fucking mow.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, I'm going to.
That's exactly what it's for. Good for you, buddy. You get it, buddy. You get
it. No, and actually, I think that another nice thing about this game and just games like this is the way you experience the story. Because I said, I didn't go through the main story yet, so I haven't hit the Institute yet. But I've already hit the synths in a Brotherhood of Steel mission.
Yeah, I think it's time gated. Once you play 6 hours, because everyone's first synth encounter is in a different spot.
Really?
And I don't think it's because they're all at those different spots. I think it's time gated. Because I met them in Concord. I met them during the Minutemen mission, but I went to the Minutemen mission really late.
Huh? Well, did they have dialogue about the synths in the Concord mission?
Oh, no, hell no, never mind.
Because my mission had, he was talking about the fact that, these were synths. And it was great, because my character was, reacting what the fuck are synths?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's really fucking smart of them.
Yeah.
To like think of that.
There's a lot of really creative things. Like you notice in Fallout 3, there's like every once in a while you're like, wow, this must have been programmed this way, so that these actions would have happened in this way.
Yeah.
I see a lot of shit in Fallout 4. I'm like, whoa, the process,
the robot name thing. I'm sure, Feck, you've heard about this. Have you heard about this, Feck? Like the opening robot?
What?
I don't think so.
The opening robot, like Codsworth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can say like a bunch of different names.
He has like a list of several hundred names.
Yeah.
And so
Several,
like it was just really
weird names. Yeah.
No, I looked up the list. My girlfriend, who was also playing on mine, intentionally named herself Orgasmo just to hear him say it. That's one of his names. It's because he's British as shit, so it's hilarious. And he was like, "Oh, Mistress Orgasmo, I have some terrible news." It was amazing. But no, I just like put in like a random like girl name. Like the first one I thought of was just Jessica, and I just put it in, and it just said it, and I was like, "This is really cool." And if you go back to that robot throughout the entire game, we'll always just say your name. Like
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, fully voice acted character. That's a new first.
It is, yeah. Shit, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, really? Yeah, no, it's the first time that's been a thing in Fallout games. Not only that, you can choose your gender. So they fully voice acted the game twice. One with a girl and one with a guy.
That's pretty crazy.
Which is,
How long would that take,
Oh, I mean, a long time.
Like,
a bit.
A tad.
Voice all the...
Well, also, like, twice as long as it would have been if you had done the other way, And it was just like little attention to detail like that, like makes me overlook any problem with the game because I'm just like, fucking good on you, Bethesda.
Yeah, exactly.
Putting it like it's all those. I think I tweeted this on our Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter.
I tweeted this. Yeah, you fucking plug here. I did tweet this though. I forget what the exact phrasing was, but I just said like the little touches in Fallout 4 is what makes this game really special.
Oh, hell yes. Yeah.
Like I'm just like fucking floored sometimes, but just like the little things they do to just like really just make it good. It's just good.
Mwah, mwah.
Like a fine wine next to Italian dinner with the moon rising over the Gaspachi. Ayo.
What the fuck is Gaspachi?
Is Gaspachi a thing? I may have...
No way Gaspachi is a thing.
I think that...
It's probably some horrible slang, for all you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, did I just say like a terribly racist Italian word? Oh, you fucking... Some Italian listeners like, he just fucking said Gaspachi, holy shit. This is a fucking hardcore...
Mom, listen to this! He said Gaspachi!
Gaspachi? No, it's totally... Wait, what is it?
No, it's not a thing.
No, I just Googled it. Wait. This is now called... This podcast is now about Gaspachis. What is Gaspachi? Wait. It's a canoe? What?
Oh, you fucked up, buddy.
A Gaspachi hatch? A Gaspachi hatch. What is this? It's like the lid. A Gaspachi hatch is an 8-inch round push-on hatch that can be installed on certain kayaks.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because you're wrong. You're wrong.
You still can't eat that, and you're also still just, I don't know, offensive in some way.
It's like a lid that you can put on to stop the like water getting in while you're not in the boat. It's a Gaspachi. Everybody listening could suck my Gaspachi cock.
Anyways, now that we've horribly derailed it.
I think that's what the name of this podcast is going to be. I'm not going to bill it as a Fallout 4 podcast. This is a Gaspachi podcast now.
Yeah, it's a for the Gaspachi enthusiast in all of us.
I'm going to put it in the tags, if nothing else. Gaspachis.
Oh,
okay. But yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited. But I am, to be fair to the main storyline, I am excited to get to it. Yeah. Like I'm not doing it because I just look at it and I'm like, oh, this looks boring, Like I am excited to get.
Yeah, no, there's just so much other shit. Yeah.
Well, not only see, this is the quote unquote problem. It's not a problem. It's amazing. This is the problem, quote unquote, that I have is that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this side mission and then I'm gonna get to the main storyline, and in the course of that side mission, I run into like 3 other things.
Yeah, you find some
and then
cool
I'm like, well, now I
way,
have to do this.
Well, yeah, that always happens.
Like, I was, like, doing a thing, and I just, like, got a
Skyrim,
distress signal,
whatever.
and I was like, fuck, I have to follow this distress signal now, because what is it? And I get to, like, this detonated bomb site with a bunch of, like, dead Brotherhood of Steel, And for context, all Brotherhood of Steel knights like wear power armor. So it's like 4 dead guys in power armor in like the middle of a crater. And I'm like, shit, something fucking went down here. And like, and now like, and then like an hour later, fucking like, I'm like a member, like all this shit happens, you know? So I've just like barely got, like I said, I like just met, what's that girl's name? We were just talking about her, Ethan. Piper. Yeah, I just met Piper like an hour ago. Like, and I'm like 9 hours into the fucking thing.
Well, I think that's the greatest thing about like the Fallout 4 equation, right? Is like the main storyline. I hate when people call it that. I mean, there's really nothing else to call it though, so I can't blame them. But like, it's not supposed to be something you avidly follow. Yeah. It's kind of like a backup, right? You see how long you can just go on the side quests, and at any point, if you get bored, you're just like, no, I'm gonna go back to that main quest, right? Yeah. And then along the main quest, you find side quests, and it's just a repetitive process.
I also
keeps the interest flowing.
I also like how the side quests have, specifically the other quote unquote, I think that's besides the main storyline, the other quote main storyline is the Minutemen settler thing.
Yeah.
And I love how that has real world implications on the game. Like you get like a flare gun that you can shoot up that'll like bring allies to you if your battle is tough. I've read that eventually you get smoke bombs, and if you like set up artillery in your settlements, if you're close enough and like lay a certain kind of smoke down, they'll like artillery shell where you put like like a real life fucking like artillery strike if you're close enough to the towns.
That's pretty fucking cool.
And by close, it's like a pretty wide radius. And you're just like having a fight, like, wow, this is tough. Let me call in an airstrike in Fallout. Literally is what it is. But like a real time, like, hey, this fight's going bad. I need an airstrike. It happens.
That's pretty fucking cool.
No, like it's like little things, and the things that I love, right? Any other game, like if Call of Duty had this would be like a back of the box fucking like, look at this shit. But Fallout's just like, yeah, it's a thing. You can do it, or fuck us. You can just not. Like, I mean, we just spent like one intern spent like a year and a half on that mechanic, but like, fuck that guy if you don't like it. Like,
yeah, you want to hear something along the lines of this? I just found the first and second game that you can play on your Pip-Boy.
Yeah,
these are holotapes you can find in the wastes, wherever, and you can plug them into your Pip-Boy, and they're like old Game Boy games.
Yep. Are they good?
Like they're full games. Yeah, they're like RPGs and shit. I shit you not. They're like full RPGs. I've played a little bit of them.
Yeah, those are dangerous. Ethan, I know you remember the time that me and you sat and played that one fucking Easter egg game in Call of Duty for hours.
Yeah, we played Zork. Yeah, on Black Ops 1.
I think actually for 5 hours we sat. It was a text-based game we were playing inside Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And I took out pen and paper, wrote a map. Like the power of those little things in games like this.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, so huge. I found this. I'm looking at, it's like a Grognak or whatever. You know, the comic books you can find? I found a Grognak video game, right? And it's like an RPG, and you set up your team, and you walk through his fucking world, and you fight goblins and shit. Like, I played it for a good, 20 minutes. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just there. It's just there. You could just pick it up, and you can never play it. And it's the fantastic thing about Fallout 4.
This podcast is making me want to go play Fallout 4.
Same. I think we should go do that. Go do it right now. Let's leave Feck. Let's leave Feck to his studies or work or whatever the fuck he's doing.
What a plebe. Accomplishing things when he could be playing Fallout 4. Jesus Christ.
You assume too much.
Alright, well that's it for us, everybody. Like if you liked what we like to like about Out 4.
That was rough. That was rough to listen
to. That was bad.
And I don't know, subscribe and comment, or I don't know, jack off your little ween into the computer, whatever you do to indicate that you enjoyed our content.
Hey, we don't segregate.
We don't.
Big weens are welcome.
That's true. Medium ween, any ween that you want to ween in our direction, we'll take it.
But only weens.
Mostly Feck. He'll take it right in the face.
We don't segregate, but only weens.
For your game to make your game.
No, and it's like snaps GIFs of like every planet.
In many maps like this, the player is the ball and the map is the pegs. The glorious endless sea of brown chest-high walls that span the furthest reach of the foreseeable horizon